this was fun. A frequent guest, friend of show, I would think Eddie Glaude, we could say. We've had him on over. He's one of, been on the show. I think I probably had him
Probably
on.
at least yearly.
Yeah, once or twice a year, at least. But for a decade, I think I've had him on. Was on Bill Maher's program. And Bill Maher, has a real problem with what's going on at college campuses. Incidentally, should also note that studies show that there's a lot more attack on left of center speech on campus than that of right of center. It's just that we hear more about the right of center because there's entire industries built up around it.
I'm sure Bill Maher would speak out for professors that critique Israeli apartheid.
Right.
I have no doubt. I bet
Right.
he does it regularly.
I remember when Professor Juan Cole was denied a position, I think it was at Brown or Yale, because of that. And Bill Maher spent, no time. Right. Okay. But here we go.
Eddie, is free speech on campus being stifled with students protesting controversial speakers? I mean, what about that part of political correctness, that you can't speak on campus, the home of free speech, anymore?
I think it's overstated.
Really?
So, yeah, you can imagine after Milo spoke at UCLA, he probably went someplace else and spoke without any incident. You think about Charles Murray at Middlebury, he probably wound up, which he did at NYU the next day, without any incident. So
you have to pick where you can speak?
No, thousands. What I'm saying, there are thousands of lectures.
You can actually speak wherever you want. It's just that to get paid and to have an auditorium there, you need to actually get invited. And like, when we're talking about free speech, are we talking about like?
Well, that wasn't even the. I mean,
compulsory.
That
respect.
wasn't even the.
Right.
Yeah, compulsory respect. And that wasn't even the point. He was illustrating the fact that even these times where a speaker was shouted over.
Right, they're speaking at like 50 other places over the next
total anomaly, including
60
other
days.
places that, by the way, actually fit a similar profile, which actually surprises me. I thought the point was like over 90% of colleges are like not like private liberal arts colleges in the Northeast. But he's saying even like Middlebury was rough for you. Well, the people at NYU are nicer.
Right.
What a shockingly
Go down the road.
That actually surprises me.
Go down the road and speak at Hamilton College
Right, exactly.
or whatever it is.
Yeah, precisely.
No, thousands. What I'm saying, there are thousands of lectures on college campuses across the ideological spectrum that happen every day without these incidents. What you usually get.
Read a lot about it a lot.
I know. That's because it's sensational. Just like you in your opening monologue, you talked about the weatherman. That guy. Remember that guy in the weather report where the wind was blowing and the people were walking behind him and casually. Sometimes we report about what's happening on campuses in a sensationalized manner.
Okay. All right. Steve.
Because there's an anti-SJW cottage industry, and it's easy to report on.
Because guys like Bill Maher, really, that somehow like completely comports with their sense that they don't have the respect in society and that they are not as welcomed as they feel that they should be. And so when they hear this story, it completely comports with their perspective. College kids are just too freaky for me these days. This is like get off my lawnism on some level for a guy like that.
Have me on your lawnism.
Right, exactly.
He did his best little Tucker Carlson in there too, where he was like, so we got to choose where we can speak now? We can't just speak wherever we want?
Yeah, wait, what? I can't just like take, what?
I don't know.
I haven't gotten.
It's so bizarre because there is, you can make that critique without going to all the dumb places that Maher goes, but he wouldn't be making that same critique.
But there's just not enough to really warrant it,
Right.
except for the fact that it's just.
Well, I think there's enough actually for people who are actually on the left, and it has actually only implications for people on the left. Everybody outside of the left, it's just a hustle for everybody from Charlie Kirk to Bill Maher.